How's it going, people? Let's talk about WWE Raw a week after WrestleMania. A lot of moving parts, a lot to talk about. Cody getting attacked by Brock Lesnar, a lot of moving parts in the women's division, and other storylines piping up. So, beginning of the show, it starts off with Rey Mysterio and Dominic cutting promos on each other. Uh, Ray saying that he's not sorry about beating up Dominic or whatever, and Dominic pretty much playing a cowardly heel. And he brings out Finn Balor or whatever. They're pretty much just setting up that Bad Bunny is going to be at the Puerto Rico show, and we know where it's going. We know where this is going. Ray, Bad Bunny. Oh, sorry, it's late. Ray, Bad Bunny, Priest, and Dominic in a tag team match. And like I said before, I'm not mad at it. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. So Dominic cows his way out of a match with Ray, and he says, "I know somebody who wants to fight you," and it's Finn Balor. Finn Balor's new music is horrible, just straight trash. I don't know why they're not using that Alter Bridge one for every one of the members, but he either here nor there. The match with him and Rey Mysterio was pretty damn good. Ray ended up losing because of interference from Dominic. Dominic got up on the apron while Ray was on the top turnbuckle. He tried to hit him with the chain. Ray blocked it, and then he dodged Finn. Finn and him got pushed him out or whatever. He pushed Finn out, and then he hit a double splash or suicide dive on Dom and Finn. Finn got back in to scratch the referee, and that allowed Dom to hit Ray with a chain. Finn set him up for the coup de grace. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. So moving on past that. Oh, you had a segment backstage where what was it? Lita, she was like somewhere and she had been attacked or whatever, but it was Morgan and Rodriguez. They were there, and Trish and Becky come up and they ask, "Hey, what's happening? What's going on?" And Morgan and Rodriguez, they're like, "Well, we don't know. We just pulled up, and she was like this when we got here." And Becky, being Becky, was like, "I don't really believe you. You guys did this. I'm going to get to the bottom of this." So we'll get back to that in a little bit. Let's see, moving past that. Oh, I guess that was the next matchup. So after that, Becky, she's in the camera. She's getting interviewed. She has the two titles on her waist, on her shoulder, and the interviewer asks her, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And she says, "Well, I'm not gonna disappoint. I'm gonna give the people what they want." In comes Trish Stratus to take the spot of Lita. Again, it's around 12 o'clock at night. I was trying to get the interview out. Sorry about that. But anyway, Trish, she teams up with Becky to defend the titles in place of Lita, and the match against Raquel and Liv. The match was, I don't know if it was intentional garbage or it was just plain garbage because um, oh man, this match, if it was like I'm kind of believing just because of what happened with Trish turning on Becky at the end. I have to believe with all the mistakes that were happening in the match, it was like it was like story sabotage where Trish is doing all these things on purpose, like messing up on purpose, and she loses the titles on purpose. Because this match, if it wasn't that, this match was just it has to be go down for like one of the worst matches of the year. It was just stinky poo. Uh, Liv and Raquel win the belts. Trish tries to go for a chick kick, misses, and Liv pins her with a schoolgirl. So it kind of feeds into that she was doing it on purpose, but I don't even know. In the match comes Lita, not Lita, but Trish and Becky. They're like, consoling each other, and Trish, for some reason, attacks Becky like completely out of nowhere too. It's just like, well, Why? What? Like, okay, so Trish came back to help them win the belts, but then now she's jealous that they have the belts or that they have like I don't know where they're going with this one. I really don't. I don't know like how they're gonna explain this. This is gonna be so awkward, and then we're gonna get what Trish versus Becky at what Backlash, SummerSlam. Like what's the main? I don't see the main goal here. Maybe later on in the weeks to come we'll see it, but for right now it was just straight trash. Congratulations to Liv and Raquel, but yeah, them winning it just kind of it got overshadowed by that. Uh, then you had Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed. This match was again I liked it. Highlights of the match: Bronson Reed getting uh, slammed by Bobby Lashley in that I almost said like a backbreaker or like side or like spine buster, but he just lifted Bronson Reed just high as hell up in the air. That was very impressive. Uh, you had like two or three times where Bronson Reed broke out of um, the hurt lock. The first time he did it, where he just jumped back. He just used all his weight and just fell on Lashley, and Lashley just let it go. The second or the third time, I think it was like Lashley had just suplexed him, and he was going for the hurt lock, and uh, Bronson just ran out of the ropes, and they tumbled to the outside. They tumbled to the outside. They look at each other, and they're just fighting. 10 count goes off. The bell rings. Security comes out. These people come out. Those people come out. These people come out. These whatever, and it's just a Big E man meat slapping match. So I guess we're gonna get this feud. This feud is getting up started. Don't know where Bray Wyatt is. Probably won't ever get that. But it is what it is. Bronson Reed Lashley feud. I'm here for it. I'm very much here for that. Uh, Especially with what happened in the match. Like it was sparks of I don't know. It was sparks of greatness in there. Cody Rhodes came out and he's like, "Oh, I want to talk about some stuff, but the stuff has changed from what I want to talk about. When I came back, I was talking about this and talking about that, and then I was talking about the Royal Rumble, then I was talking about the Tribal Chief, then I was talking about winning and finishing the story. Now is talking about Brock Lesnar, and he's like, I don't know why Brock Lesnar attacked me. It's like he brought up some dirt sheet stuff. He was like, well, maybe it was because like he said he was upset about going on first. Also, he brought up his friend Matt Cardona, Matt Jackson, probably Matt Jackson. Either way, um, he says that, you know, is he afraid of Brock Lesnar? Yeah, yeah, anybody would be afraid of Brock Lesnar, but he still wants to fight him. He still wants to beat him up. He still wants to do this and do, and he's gone for Roman Reigns. So we're definitely going to get Cody Brock feud, probably going into SummerSlam, maybe into Survivor Series. Uh, as far as this feud goes, I think Cody could carry it as far as promos, match quality. The match, honestly, in the feud, it could get very interesting. It's sad to see Cody moving away from the title, but still, I have high hopes for it. I have high hopes for a Cody Brock feud, especially with Brock recently doing his damn thing on the mic. He's been hilarious and also menacing at the same time. So, um, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to where this goes. Then you had the Usos defeating Alpha Academy. Look, I don't have to keep going on saying this. Chad Gable's Chad Gable, he's amazing in the ring. I don't know where they're going with the Otis stuff. Like either pull the. I thought they were gonna pull the trigger at WrestleMania. Now it's just like, okay, is he a part of male models? Is he not? Like the girls going up to him backstage and they're like arguing back and forth, and Otis is caught in the middle, and I'm just uh, again, it's another storyline that's just like they're just it's already there to see, but they're just like just scratching it as thin as it can go, and then when they're ready to move on, it's paper thin, like you can just see straight through it. Um, the Usos, They isolate Otis. They get him out of the ring. Super kick him over the table. Get back in. Uh, Chad Gable. He does some moves on I think Jay where he put Jay in the ankle lock. Jay counters out to the ankle lock. Tag. Uh, Gable tries to go for the rolling chaos. Uh, Jimmy stops him. They double super kick Chad. Hit the one done. Ball game. And Alpha Academy loses again. It is what it is. Again, it's another solid match here. Uh, oh yeah. So you had this segment backstage where EO and Dakota were backstage, and then Bailey walks up to them and like, hey, I'm going to be in a 3-way, and it's for number one contender to Bianca's title. And if I win, I'm gonna have some sway. And I told them if we have a draft, we're not gonna break up or whatever. And Dakota and Sky, they're just looking like, I don't know, man. Bitch, you kind of been losing. Like we've been losing under with you. So maybe EO should get this title shot. And they're planting the seeds of the breakup of Damage Control, and it is what it is. Whatever. So you had a match 3-way EO versus Michin. The downfall of Mia Yim. Like not financially, beauty wise, smarts wise, just like character wise, just like it's just nothing. Like her character, she's in the club, but she's not in the club because none of her teammates come out to help her or lend moral support. She always loses, despite being a very talented wrestler. It's just Piper Niven, she's the big scary threat girl, and she has the weight, the size, the mean surly attitude, and she loses always. It's like putting regular tires on a monster. No, that's still because. Mm, I'll come up with an analogy, but you kind of get where I was going with that. So Io Sky, she comes off the top after Michin hits Eat Defeat on Piper. Mia Yim, she's and oh man, Mia Yim, she covering Piper, and Io comes off the top with her moonsault and gets the pinfall. And after the match, Bailey's she's like on the outside, kind of celebrating, but not. She's like, "Oh, okay, I can't believe she won, but she won. I, I'm, yeah, whatever." So the seeds are planted for this. Uh, Moving on past that. Oh, main event time. Uh, you had Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. You've seen the match once. You seen this is not. It wasn't a bad match, but I've seen it before. And the only difference was this time Owens had a knee injury. Uh, Usos were out there. Usos caused a distraction. They super kicked Kevin Owens. Like Kevin Owens, he had the bad knee, so he sent Solo Sikoa into the ropes. Went for a pop-up powerbomb. He kind of hit it, but he didn't because he couldn't really get him up. And when Solo got powerbomb, Owens' knee just instantly like buckled or whatever. You can see the pain in his face. He goes to the ropes. Referees distracted because of Solo. And I think the other Uso, was it Jimmy? I think it was Jimmy. I think it was Jimmy who distracted the referee. And Jay, he jumped up and super kicked Owens in the face while Owens was like tending to his knee. Solo grabs him. Samoa spike to the neck. 1, 2, 3. We're out of here. Um, they start stumping a mud hole in Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn and Riddle come out. Like, I'm sorry. Um, so now it's like 6-man tag back to this again. Like, so they have the tag belts. I would just rather them. I would have rather them did more of Usos versus Owens, as try the Usos trying to get that belts back, and then it's like, hey, you guys can't challenge us if you beat you at this match again, so you'll be locked out of the tag titles, and that's like, okay, well if you do that, you're like really a disappointment to the Bloodline type of thing. But and then you could have had Solo versus Cody as a feud type of thing, but then again, Cody beat Solo, so well, now we're getting the tag champs and Riddle. Again, the tag champs. Like it's not like they have tag belts to defend. They're just like gonna do a 6-way with the Usos and Solo. Because fuck you. That's why. That's why they're doing it. They're not. I mean, prestige to the belts. I mean, it's not like the Usos held the belts for like years and beat tag teams for prestige on the belts. No, we're starting their reign off with them in a riddle. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch you guys later, and tell me what you thought about Raw. I'll do NXT tomorrow, then AEW, then SmackDown, and we'll keep it going, keep it rolling, keep it flowing. Anyway, tell me what you thought about the Raw. Tell me what you thought about the Raw. Tell me what you thought about Raw. Your opinions, your comments, and anything you like I said, anything you disagree with, say it. It is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys later, and peace out.